you sick of movies like Werewolf by Night and Halloween Ends and think, those movies are too unique? We need a brand new hero film that copies every other superhero movie. Well, don't you worry. Here comes DC's Black Adam. Yes, I just saw Black Adam. And I have to say, while I did enjoy it just because it's DC property, that's pretty much as far as my enjoyment's gonna go with this one. It does have a couple unique turns on it. Honestly, it just comes down to the same story. Guy doesn't want to be a hero. He doesn't think he should be a hero. He's powerful enough to destroy the world, but he gets talked down in order to become the hero that we need. Look, here's the thing. I don't care. Alright, so to me, Black Adam has always been the anti-Shazam, because that's how he was portrayed in the comics. He was basically the evil version of Shazam. But somewhere along the way, we started to make him a hero. And I'm not really understanding why we do that. I would actually wager that the only reason why he's a hero in this film is because he's played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. In the trailer, you see Amanda Waller, so you're thinking, okay, she's gonna try to enroll him into the Suicide Squad. I mean, he's been part of the Suicide Squad before, but no, it's not exactly like that. He awakens to his home of Kendok to find that it's been taken over by a group of bad men. The bad men being the Intergang, which I actually was excited about because it's the Intergang. They are actually Superman's enemies. Not only that, Intergang actually works on Earth as an intergalactic gang, but really they indirectly work for Darkseid. So I was just kind of hoping like, alright, we're gonna get a reemergence of Darkseid, and maybe that might be the case down the line, but no, they were just pretty much the bad guys of the film. And yes, while Black Adam is causing havoc, it's up to Hawkman, Dr. Fate, Atom Smasher, and Cyclone to bring him down. And they kind of treat it like they're the X-Men, but really in this movie, they are the Justice Society of America, JSA. If you're not familiar, they're kind of like the precursor to the Justice League in the comics. Now, I'm not gonna insult The Rock being in this because it's The Rock. He's a charismatic action hero. It's just, of course, Black Adam's not gonna be a villain because he's played by The Rock. I did like Pierce Bronson as Dr. Fate. It's just wild to see him decades ago being this dashing James Bond, but now he's just kind of like this old wise man. But Pierce Bronson has grown into his own to play the wise sage who can see into the future and can conjure magic. Pretty much, he's the Doctor Strange of the DC universe. Carter Hall, Hawkman, he's fine. Like, he does bring life into Hawkman, which I've seen many others do before in live action. This one actually made Hawkman entertaining. Cyclone, she's fine. She's okay. You know, she's there. She's one of the younger recruits. She gives a bit of a backstory of her abilities, and it does kind of come off creepy in a like, oh my gosh kind of way, but they don't go deep into it, so it's just kind of left hanging. And then we have Atom Smasher. Atom Smasher, he's the new guy. Noah Centineo plays Atom Smasher. He's supposed to be the new recruit, and, you know, let's just say it's good thing he has that lovely face, because that's pretty much what's gotten him far into this industry. Because, yeah, like, he seems pretty chill, but at the same time, he just kind of plays the same lovable, smiley doofus kind of guy. There's really just a lot of Black Adam being bad, and then he has to be calmed down, pretty much. That's the overall plot. There is a MacGuffin crown that's all-powerful, and the bad guy of the film wants it. He's the leader of the Intergang, and there's more to it, but I'm gonna have to leave that to spoilers, which we're gonna skip to right now. If you have seen the movie, or you haven't seen the movie and you just don't care about spoilers, stick around. If you have yet to see the movie and you don't want to be spoiled, skip to about here. The Justice Society of America, right, they pretty much feel like the X-Men. They even have their X-Men Blackbird-like jet. Like I said, I didn't mind the chemistry between everyone. It's just I felt like the JSA was not really properly followed. Because I get it, it's a Black Adam movie, so it's supposed to be focused on Black Adam. Problem is, we already get an idea about him, but we already know enough about him, and all these side heroes, they just get little crumbs. Adriana and her son Amon, they were fine. I really didn't mind that they actually were the ones trying to push Black Adam to go ahead and just let loose on the bad guys, do whatever he wants, even if killing is involved. Just go for it. And meanwhile, they're just shushing the JSA like, okay guys, you're heroes and all, you don't kill, but you weren't around when our city was being attacked by the inner gang, so you can leave now. I actually did like that dynamic. It actually made it sympathetic for Black Adam to be as angry as he is. Now, I did not like how the movie starts with the child narration because, it's just kind of like voice talking over everything happening. But I did like the twist because they made it seem like that 5,000 years ago, this little boy is rebelling against the slave owners. He's a slave, and he's rebelling against them. And then you see him getting the powers of Shazam, making him appear like Black Adam. And it's great that we actually get to see the wizard from Shazam. You think Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is this little boy, but grown up, and then he was just locked away in a tomb because the wizards didn't like how he's behaving. It actually turned out that The Rock's character is actually that little boy's dad who tried to stop the little boy from rebelling. But as he was dying 5,000 years ago, the little boy tried to pass on the Shazam powers to heal his father, and that's when the little boy died, making the actual Black Adam vengeful because his son and wife got killed. So he was a reluctant hero without the violence, but now he's a reluctant hero but vengeful. I actually liked that twist. So that's what made the movie interesting. But then, of course, we had to get to the end where it turned out that the leader of the inner gang also happens to be the descendant of the evil king that was enslaving everyone looking for the damn crown. And once they actually get to the crown, he becomes this evil demon. And once he becomes Sabak, which, okay, cool, they introduced demons in hell. So beat that, Marvel, with your Mephisto. But then it just becomes the whole, I've heard this term thrown around before, action figure fighting. So action figure fighting, I like this, is because imagine you're a kid, you're playing with action figures, and your kid brain and kid imagination is, oh, I am going to destroy you. You can never destroy me. I'll destroy you. That's pretty much what the dialogue is like at the end. We only get to see Amanda Waller in the beginning of the film, but even when the JSA leaves Black Adam with Amanda Waller's Task Force X, Amanda Waller isn't even present. The magic of telepathy, Dr. Fate talks Black Adam into shouting Shazam again, and that's how we just get to the final climax. And the day is saved, and it turns out that no, Black Adam doesn't want to rule over the city. He doesn't want anyone to rule over it. So now he's gone from villain to anti-hero to hero. The mid-credit scene, that's probably why it gets as high as points as it is, because this film wants to relaunch the DCEU. So what happens? Amanda Waller reaches them through a screen message, and then after she's done doing her, oh, you better stay in your city threat, guess who shows up? It's Superman. Henry Cavill is back as Superman, and he's wearing his classic red and blue suit, not the black and gray suit that he was wearing in the Zack Snyder Justice League, but the red and blue. Also, I like as the Superman movies come along, they try to force the Superman crow onto Henry, and yes, they wanted to give a little taste of that John Williams Superman theme song as well. So it does make me hopeful for other DCEU films, but even if they're as entertaining as this movie, like on that same level, I can live with it. I mean, I'm a DC fan, so if that's the best you got, I'll take it. I'll take it, I love Henry Cavill as Superman. I love Ben Affleck as Batman, and they're both back apparently, so more of that, please. Let's bring back our non-spoiler friends. Hey, welcome back. Okay, so I just pretty much went over the plot with it. Just to wrap it up, the film looks good. It's visually pleasing. The fight scenes are fun to watch. It's pretty much, at this point, a paint-by-numbers DC superhero movie, but you know what? If if you're looking for something to do and you want to go out for the night, go see this movie. You won't totally hate it. And as I was telling our spoiler friends, there is a mid-credits. And you'll be excited for it, I'm sure. There is not a post-credit, so once the mid-credit scene is over, you can just go home. Just so long as you pick up the popcorn mess after you. So I am gonna go ahead and be generous and give this film a... I feel like I've said this number quite a bit in the last couple reviews, but 7 out of 10. Closer to a 6 than an 8. 7 out of 10. It's a little bit repetitive. It's a little bit exhausting. The side characters of the JSA don't really get enough focus. All the focus is on Black Adam, but even with Black Adam, you already have an idea about him from the beginning. So it's just like we're watching the same guy we know doing the same thing. So yeah, that's pretty much my review of the movie, my quick review. And thank you for watching. There are some more Anthonix Maximus stuff coming. I actually recorded some. I just needed to get this one out there first. See ya.